Hello everyone, myself Sujit. So yesterday we organized a session about build application with Amazon Bedrock about Strands and the agent. So Strand is an open source platform where we can, with the help of Strand, we can build our autonomous agent AI agent. So the session is took by Shivam sir. So this is organized by AWS Cloud by IITM Madras. So we organize events monthly and we can say twice a month. So this time we organize event on 19 August. So Shivam sir was the guide, who is a developer advocate at AWS and have a YouTube channel which is currently subscribed by 1 lakh, more than 1,50,000 students. So he's an amazing teacher and educator. So please check out his YouTube channel as well. And so the furthermore session will continue by Shivam sir itself. This is just the intro part that are not got recorded in the meet. So thank you. Please continue.
It still does. You send a request, and it gives a result. How many of you have used an API, application programmable interface? How many of you have used it? API. Just let me know in the chat. Superb. I can see a lot of people are there in the chat. Superb. Abhishek says, yes, I know, but I haven't used it. API is a daily habit. Okay, I used it. Yes, I know. That's great. Amazing. Good to know. But think of the last few months, last few years. What was the medium you used to interact to any service? I'll give you a hint. Chat. Yes, chat. How many of you realized now that nowadays, if I want to know about something, I just write, I just type? How many of you agree? Just let me know in the chat that, okay, writing code, nice. Calling APIs, well and good. Browsing on the web, amazing. But nowadays, it's more of, hey, can you tell me something about this? Hey, can you tell me about this? I want to know what is the weather in 5 days. I want to know this. How many of you agree? Just drop a me in the chat if you agree to this. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Lovely. Superb. That's why in today's session, we will be building generative AI applications. And that's why I said that today I will be talking about the future. Let's take a step backward. बहुत ज़्यादा future में भी नहीं जाएंगे. Let's stay in the present. Let's take a step backward. How many of you know this concept known as LLM? LLM, how many of you are aware about this concept known as LLM? Okay. Large language models. That's great. That's great. LLM, large language models. Amazing. Let me write it. Large language models. Anyone who can give me an example of LLM? Anyone? Any example? A model. Okay. Okay. GPT-5. Okay. Any other model? Okay. Llama. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, Claude. What's on it? So, what are these LLMs? These are large language models which have a lot of tokens. These have been trained on enormous amount of data. These have been trained on enormous amount of data, and because of this data, they are able to give you some amazing outputs. When I say large language models, so it is basically trained on a large set of data What we do is, as a user, we give a prompt, and what do we get? We get a result. Correct? We give a prompt to this large language model and we get a result. Great. Now that we have LLMs, why are you talking about Strands agents? Why are you talking about Bedrock? What are these services? Why should I be worried about Strand agent? Why I should learn this? Why I should listen to you? I'll tell you. If you want to use GPT-5, you have to go to certain platform. If you want to go to use Llama, you have to go to certain platform. You have to go use Claude, you have to go to certain platform. Amazon Bedrock gives you a list of foundational models, gives you the infrastructure, gives you servers, gives you everything you need to build generative AI applications. So all these LLMs, be it GPT, Llama, Claude, this data, this big LLM are stored in your Amazon Bedrock, are hosted on your Amazon Bedrock, and you can directly access it. Now that's the understanding of Amazon Bedrock. Let me know in the chat if you are able to understand it. Let's say I want to access an LLM. If I need to access some XYZ LLM, I need to go to a particular platform and then access it. If I need to access Claude, I need to go to Anthropic and then access it. If I need to go to Llama, I need to go get Olama and then access it. But Bedrock, it gives you a list of models, a list of foundational models like this. I'll just share this. I'll go to Bedrock, and if you see Bedrock, I'll show you what it shows. So it gives you a model catalog. It supports over 100 foundational models using which you can do your Gen AI stuff. Can you see? How many of you can recall seeing this name? Just let me know in the chat. If you know this, if you know these, if you know these models, if you know these models, all these models are available on Bedrock. Okay, that's part one. How many of you are now clear what is Amazon Bedrock? Let me know in the chat. Okay, nice. That's great. That's great. Super. Now, think of this diagram. Okay, just visualize, just see this diagram. Imagine you are here and you are giving a prompt to a large language model. Correct? You're giving a prompt to a large language model saying what is current date or what is the current time. Now, by definition, large language models are trained on present data or past data. Let me know. Let me know in the chat. By default, by default, large language models are trained on present, current data, live data, or past data. You all are right. That's correct. Past data. But let's say I want my application to work present. That, hey, tell me the time and it should tell me what is the current time. Tell me the weather right now and it should tell me what is the current weather. I want that. Will my LLM be able to do that? As it's trained on the past data, will it be able to do it? No, it won't. It won't. If you take any LLM, give it a prompt, tell me current time, it will say, I can't tell current time because my data has been trained on January 1st, 2024, something like that. Correct? Now, think of these tools. think of these tools, which are some amazing tools like HTTP request, like time, current time, like file, reading a file. So think of these tools as superpowers. Think of these tools as superpowers. Now, picture this. You give a prompt to an agent. An agent is a piece of software that can execute these tools, which are superpowers, and also invoke a model. It can also call a model. So, your model will give you a response, and the tool will give you a superpower. And as a final response or as a final result, what will you get? Let me know in the chat. As a final response, if you have the LLM, if you have the built in tools or external tools, superpowers, what will you get? You will get desired result. You will get desired results. Yes or no? Let's say I have a built in tool that can tell the current time. I have the large language models that can understand English. If I say, give me the current time, if I say to agent, hey, give me the current time, it will go to the LLM, get the response, it will add the superpowers and give the desired results. How many of you now know what is an agent? An agent is a piece of code that connects your LLM and your tools to give you a desired output. How many of you understood this? Just let me know in the chat. Now, question to you. How many of you think creating an agent which is connecting to large language models, creating these tools, giving the prompts, getting the results would take anywhere around 2 to 3 weeks? How much time would you need to create something like this? How much time would you need to create something like this? Let's say I'll give you the option. How much time would you need to create something like this? Maybe 2 hours, okay. 4 to 5 hours, okay. Okay. I am at IIT Madras, okay. I know 4 5 hours. ऐसे कर देंगे हम तो 6 hours, okay. Okay, let's not talk about hours. I wrote weeks, okay, that's fine. You all are mostly hours thing. Now let me know, if you had to write code for it, if you wanted to write code for it, how many lines of code would you need to create an agent which you can see on your screen, which can take a prompt at least, okay, 1000 month, okay, maybe 50 lines, 1000 to 2000 lines of code would be required to create an agent like this. Now, how many of you are ready to write those many lines of code? No one. At the time where we are right now, at this particular moment, this particular moment, current, ye abhi wala, we are now entered in a different era. We are inside AI era. We are the generation who will say, हमारे पूर्वज हाथ से कोड लिखा करते थे. How many of you agree? We are those generation who will say, Stack Overflow पे जाके we used to find solutions. We used to write lines of code. Correct? Now, I'll tell you something. Let's remove this as well. What if I tell you 2 to 3 lines of code should be enough to create an agent. Drop a boom in the chat if you want me to create an agent in 2 to 3 lines of code. Oh my god, I love this cloud club already. See the reactions. I'll just record the reactions. Oh my god. See the reactions on the screen. My god. Oh, insane. Okay, let's get started. That's where I introduce Strands agent, which is an open source SDK framework. What's a framework? A framework is designed in such a way that you get all the tools you need, all the mechanisms you need, all the systems you need to create a final output. Now, if you want to create an agent, you have the framework, and that framework is known as Strands agent. How many of you want to see Strands agents live in action? Superb. So what I'll do, I'll just open my favorite IDE. What's your favorite IDE? Let me know in the chat. Let's see. Let's see what's your favorite IDE. Mine is Kiro. Okay. Let's open Kiro. Let's wait for Kiro. Okay. Hi, Kiro. You are here. So I can see Kiro is on. I'll just make the screen a bit bigger. How many of you can see my IDE, Kiro? It's an agentic IDE that helps you do amazing stuff. Vibe coding, spec-driven development, everything. Now what I'll do, I'll just open a project. Okay, let's open a project. Documents, work, let's work. New folder, cloud clubs. Okay, nice. Let's name it Strands Agents Demo. Okay, nice. All good? All good? How many of you want to see me code an agent live in front of you? Trust me. 3 lines. Oh, 2 to 3 lines. Let's get started. I'll just go and create a new file called my first agent.py. Nice. I'll just close this. Now, as I told you, Strands Agents is an open source SDK, which means if you search Strands Agents GitHub, you will actually find this Strands Agents. Okay? Interesting? You actually find it. You can see the stars, you can see the folks, everything. Now, Strands Agent SDK is in Python. How many of you can tell me if I want to install a Python library, what is the command I write in my terminal? Oh, I can see a lot of Python fans in the house. That's amazing. Let's go. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll create a virtual environment. Why do we need a virtual environment, bhaiya? So I don't want my packages, my libraries to disturb any other package, basically. Okay. So what I'll do, Python 3.13, whichever latest version of Python you use, -m venv. So this is my way of creating a virtual environment. Okay. How many of you know this? How to create a virtual environment? It's quite easy. Okay, nice. Now, how do you activate it? Source venv. Can you see Kiro is auto suggesting me everything? Okay, great. I've activated my environment. Now what I'll do is pip install Strands Agents 1, 2, 3. Enter. Okay, nice. It's now installing my Strands agents. How many of you think they can do this part? How many of you think they can do this part? Just let me know a yes in the chat. Yes, if you can do this part. Oh, nice. Sachin says yes. Harsh, Krishna, Srinidhi, Kapilesh, Vaibhav, Twisha, Ajay, Chirag, Maheen, Manish. Okay, nice, nice. Awesome. Now, what I'll do, as I have my Strands agents installed, the framework is installed. All I need to do is from Strands import agent. From Strands import agent. Now, my A is capital. How many of you can guess? If something is capital, is it a method? Is it a class? It's a class, Kapilesh. Okay, class, that's great. If I need to create an instance of a class, how do I do it in Python? I will simply write agent in bracket and put a parenthesis around it, right? And I'll just say agent is equal to agent. How many of you think this line is instance of a class agent? How many of you agree? Just drop a yes in the chat if you agree to this. Great, nice. By the way, I have already exhausted 2 lines of code from my promise. How many of you think I will be able to deliver my promise, which is 2 to 3 lines of code? Okay, let's see. Now, I want my agent to do something. I want my agent to do something. Hey, agent, I want you to do something. Can you give a question in the chat? Any question? Any question you want your agent to answer, just drop it in the chat. And I'll see if my agent is able to answer it or not. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Kritika has already asked, what's a class? Okay. What is class? Best tutor for YouTube. Okay. What is Kiro? Okay. Let's ask what is Kiro. Okay. I'll just copy what Srinidhi said and I'll just paste it here. What is Kiro? And that's it. That is it. I'll just go to my file called Python, my first agent.py, boom, enter. Okay. Drop a boom in the chat if you directly have interacted with an agent, you have created an agent. So Deepak says, what is the difference between AI ops and DevOps? Okay, let's see. What is the difference between AI ops and DevOps? Let's see. Let's see if my agent is able to answer this. AI ops and DevOps are related, but oh my God, drop a boom in the chat if you are understanding how to create an agent in 2 to 3 lines of code. Lovely. Oh my God. This screen is just blowing up. My God. Oh, nice. We have 96 people watching live. Amazing work, Cloud Clubs. Great. How many of you want to continue this session? Let me know in the chat by showing some energy. That's amazing. That's amazing. Let's go. Let's go. We have just built your first agent. How many of you have now an understanding of Amazon Bedrock? By the way, Strands agent In the background, Strands agent in the background uses Amazon Bedrock, which has access to Claude 4, Claude Sonnet 4. Okay. How many of you now are able to connect the dots? I told you about Amazon Bedrock, which has the LLM, has these models. Strands agent has the framework that allows you to create these agents. Now you can create your first agent. How many of you think you can create an agent as simple as this? As simple as this. Super? Maybe. People are saying maybe. Okay. Who developed Strands? It's open source developed by AWS. Okay. So the question is, so it cannot be used offline. How many of you want me to teach you how to run Strands agents offline? No need for Amazon Bedrock. No need to go to any kind of interesting. Okay, let's get started. Super. Let's power up the agent with some tools. Okay, let's power up your agent with some tools. For example, you wrote your first agent. Let's switch gears. My first tool.py. Let's write your first tool. Now, how many of you think I will write 3 lines of code and my agent will be ready? Now, how many of you are, you know, ये सही बोल रहा था यार, 1000 लाइन्स नहीं, सही बोल रहा था. Okay, so I'll just write from Strands import agent is equal to agent. Okay, and agent I will ask what's the current time. And how many of you think my agent will tell the answer? What's the current time? Now, by the way, I have not provided it any tool. So, if you see the definition of agent, you write a prompt agent to the agent will invoke model. So, this line will invoke the model. Correct? This line will invoke the model. And if I write Python, my first tool.py, what's the current time? Now see this very, very closely. I don't have access to real-time information, so I can't tell you the current time. Hey, अभी तो मजा किरकिरा हो गया. Now, how many of you think there is a piece of missing puzzle which can give you superpowers? Yes. What's the answer? The answer is tools. And as a developer of agentic AI who can develop agents, you should know what are tools. By the way, if you want to install some amazing tools like querying the internet, getting the time and coming back, reading the file, you just need one package called pip install strands agents tools. That's it. Enter. That's it. Strands agents tools. Now there is this different package which has some amazing tools. It's open source, so people are contributing. You can be the one contributing to that. And I'll just do one thing. I'll just write from Strands tools import. Now, if I want to make a request to the internet, which is the protocol I use? Anyone? Internet request. What is the protocol? HTTP? Absolutely right. I'll just write HTTP hyphen request. And that's it. I will tell my agent, hey agent, use tools. And if I have more than one tools, how do I pass it in Python? In Python, if I have more than one, Srinidhi, absolutely correct. I pass it in a list called, and the tool name, which is HTTP request. Done. Now see the magic. How many of you think the piece of puzzle has been added to the agent? So agent can execute the tool, make a HTTP request, get the current time. The large language model can say, hey, the current time is. How many of you think this will work? Let me know in the chat. Lovely. Let's go. Python, my first tool.py. Let's go. Now see the screen. Observe it very closely. I can help you get the current time by making a request to Time API. Let me fetch that for you using the tool HTTP request. Drop a boom in the chat if you are able to make smart agents using Strands agents and the Strands agent tools. Now it tried to use an API. Okay. Let me try a different time API. So it's trying different time APIs. Based on the time API, it's Tuesday, August 19th. Okay. Oh, so I think it's basically UTC. That's why it is giving you 5.5 hours difference. But how crazy is this? If I say what is the current time in India, how many of you think it will now get the exact context that, hey, in which part of the world do you need this time for? Let's see. What's the current time in Madras? Okay, I'll help you get the current time in Madras, Chennai. Okay. Nice. 7:48 p.m. How many of you think this is the correct answer? Drop a boom in the chat. Absolute crazy. How many of you are enjoying the session? It's been 40 minutes. How many of you are enjoying this session? Let me know by showing some energy in the chat. Superb. That's amazing. Superb. Lovely. Okay. Now, think of this. I have a piece of code. I have a piece of code which is my code, my app.py. Okay. Let's call it app.py. Okay. Now, I'll just take this random app py code. I'll just take a random code. Okay. Okay, this is some random code. And I'll just paste it here. Okay, nice. I'll do it again. Done. Now, how many of you know what is a code review? What is a code review? What is a code review? So when I say a code review, what does it mean? You write a code, you get it reviewed, it has some comments and so on. Nice. Now see this. See this. In my first tool, what I'll say, I'll just add one more tool called file, read, and shell. File, read, and shell. And I will tell my agent to use file, read, shell. Okay? How many of you know what is shell? Shell is basically your Linux kernel's way of interacting. So if you write a shell command, it can interact with your kernel. Okay, nice. Secure shell. Okay, great. Now, I'll just say act as a Python developer and review my code kept in the file path, and I'll just copy the path of this file and I'll paste it here. How many of you think now this is going crazy? How many of you think, okay, so I directly give a path to my file and I write a prompt saying that act as a Python developer, review my code kept in the file path. Crazy? Let's run it. Python, my first tool.py, check this out. I'll help you review your Python code. Let me first read the file. Code review. Okay. Crazy. Code review for this particular file. Overall, this is a very simple Python script. It has code duplication. It is missing code structure. No documentation provided. How many of you are thinking, oh, this is just amazing? How many of you can create a code review agent for your next hackathon or your next mini project and surprise all your faculty members by saying, I just created it in 4 lines of code? How many of you are enjoying? Let me know in the chat, because this is just the beginning. I have a lot more to share. I have so much to share with you all. Interesting. I wish we had gone live on YouTube as well. Are we live on YouTube? I'm not sure. Oh, no worries. No worries. You'll get this recording anyways. Okay. Oh, you can share the meeting link. What is the capacity? Oh, I should have shared it earlier only. No, it's fine. Will it be uploaded on the YouTube channel? Yes or no? Yes. That's how Cloud Club IITM rolls. Okay. Pani, chai, coffee, break. Do you need any of that? Or are you excited to continue with the next part? Let's continue. No break. Amazing. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Let's power up the agent with tools. We did that. But what if I want to create my own tool? I want to create my own tool. I don't want to rely on these tools. I want to create my own tool. You can actually do that. I'll show you how. Just create a new file, call it custom tool.py. Same, from strands import agent, and one more thing called tool. Now this tool is very important, I'll tell you. So I'll create an agent instance, agent, okay, interesting. Now what I'll say, if I say, hey agent, greet Shubham with some Josh. Greet Shubham with some Josh. How many of you know how does Shubham greet anyone? Anyone who knows me from YouTube? What is the way I greet people? Hello, dosto. Okay, nice. You know it. Okay. So let's see. Greet Shubham with some Josh. And if I tell Python custom tools.py, greet Shubham with some Josh. Hey Shubham, what's good, my friend? छी वो एक मीम आया था ना, छी वाओ नाइस. तो ये क्या, ये कैसा ग्रीटिंग क्या है? हे शुभम, मैं क्या जेंजी हूं क्या? जस्ट किडिंग. ओके, अब देखते हैं. इफ आई वांट टू make my own tool, I'll write a function greet. I'll just write a function greet, which will take a name and it will return a string, and it will say hello दोस्तों, क्या हाल चाल. Okay, something like this. How many of you think this Python code is correct syntactically, however you want? So what this is a function. Okay, this is a function. Hello दोस्तों, क्या हाल चाल? This, okay, great. And all I need to do is this tool, I'll just use it as a decorator. What is a decorator? It gives powers to your function. Okay, now this becomes a tool, and in the agent I'll just write tools is equal to greet. Greet, that's it. Let's see if it picks it. Let's see if it picks. I'll greet Shubham for you. There you go. Shubham has greeted with some Josh. Hello दोस्तों, क्या हाल चाल है? How many of you got to know how do you train your agents to work according to you? And that's the power of tools. How many of you got this? How many of you are able to understand this? Interesting, superb, nice. Now can you make your custom tools? You can make your custom tools, right? Okay, unable to locate credentials is shown after I run my code. Okay, that's completely fine. I'll tell you, how many of you have Olama? What is Olama? How many of you know what is Olama? Olama is basically your model runner. You can run models locally, LLM runner locally. Okay, correct? So what I'll do, I'll just add a new file. I'll call it custom model.py, and here I will say from strands import agent from strands dot models dot olama import olama model. Olama model. But now if I run this, If I run this Python custom model.py, it will say no module name Olama. So in order to run Olama or connect to Olama, you need the Olama package, which is as simple as pip install Olama. And that's it. Just you're sorted. Now if you run this file, now you won't get that error. Okay, now you won't get that error. I'll see if my Olama is running. Okay. Okay, my Olama is running. Okay, nice. Llama 3, hi. Okay. My Olama, hi, it's nice to meet you. Is there something I can help you with? Or how many of you know this is running on local? This Olama is running on local. How many of you know this? Just let me know yes in the chat. Okay, great. Nice. Now what I'll do, I'll say Olama model ID is equal to, what is the model ID I was using? I was using Llama 3. Yes? How many of you know I was using Llama 3, which is this? Kidhar gaya? I was using Llama 3. Yes? Okay, great. Now what I'll do? Done. I'll just create an Olama model using this. Now this is creation of a model. Creating a model. Okay. This model goes to where? What is that piece of puzzle that connects tools and LLMs, tools and models? What is that main thing which connects the tools and models? Let me know in the chat. I'll understand that you have understood. What is that thing that connects tools and models? It's your agent. So I'll need to create an agent. Agent is equal to agent, done. Agent created. Now I'll just say model is equal to, now which model I will use? I'll use the Olama model. Done. I'll use the Olama model. Now if I write agent hello or hi, the same output same prompt which I gave previously, hi. If I write something like this, see what will happen. Python custom model, enter. Okay, host. Okay. Where is this model running? Is it running on Amazon? Is it running on my parking lot? Where is it running? Local host, okay. So I need to give a host. Now, how many of you know at which port Olama runs? Which port does Olama run? Let's ask my agent. Let's ask my agent. Which port does Olama run locally? How many of you think this is a good idea? Let's see. Python, my first agent. Okay, which port does Olama run locally? Okay, it says Olama runs on 11434. Okay. Nice. I'll just put that. I'll just put it. Okay, great. And I will run my Python custom model.py. How many of you think this is going? Oh, I did not save the file. Let's run it again. Hi, it's nice to meet you. Is there something I can help you with? You have now created an agent which does not have to rely on internet at all. Everything is running on your local. Drop a boom in the chat if this excites you. Olama local, Strands agents on your local. You have asked agent to help you create an agent. Interesting. Okay. Now, whatever I want, I can do with it. I can create custom tools. I can do whatever I want. What is the difference between Olama, which we install through pip, and one we install to tar from Hugging Face? Great question. So the one that you install through pip is a Python package that allows you to connect with the Olama, which you download from the tar or internet or Hugging Face. The interface is basically what you download. The Olama, which you install via pip, is basically the package which allows you to write Python to connect with that model. How many of you got it? You have installed Olama using a .exe, .image, or anything, and that piece of software is created for you. Now you have Python package that allows you to write Python code to connect with that, to interact with this. So this is interacting with this, and this is downloaded and running locally. This creating a connection with Strands and Olama. How many of you got it? Interesting. Having fun? It's a custom model, having fun? All good till now? Okay, amazing. How many of you think it's a Tuesday evening well spent? Are you enjoying the same? If it's local, it must be big. Does it need a little heavy machine? Yeah. See, you all are the ones who used to play FIFA and GTA 5. And now you're thinking about models that, oh my God, so heavy. So, hypocrisy की भी सीमा होती है. Okay, let's get started with the next part. Powering up with the agents with tool, great. Now, let me ask my cool agent or Jarvis.py. I always wanted to do this. You know, I've never made something like this in my college and I regret it. But now that I have time, how many of you know what is Jarvis? Anyone? Jarvis? Okay, okay, nice, nice. All my Marvel fans. Oh, today's class is absolute cinema. Okay, great. I want to build Jarvis on Strands AI. How many of you think they can build Jarvis using Strands? You can? You can? Let's go. From Strands, import agent, agent or Jarvis is equal to agent. Okay. Jarvis is an agent, and I want Jarvis to do a few things for me. Okay. I want Jarvis to do a few things for me. But I want Jarvis to be a personality. I want Jarvis to have a system inside it, a persona. What I'll do, I'll create a system prompt. I'll create a system prompt and I'll say, you are Jarvis, my personal AI assistant. Great. You can make complex tasks easy. You can help me with suggestions like an experienced professional, and you are like my friend and helper. Something like this. Any other persona that Jarvis had, if you know, let me know in the chat. I'll put it as a system prompt. Any other persona you know Jarvis had, let me know in the chat and I will voice. Okay? Any other thing? Any other persona? Text based? Subtle humor. Okay? You have a subtle humor. Okay? You have a subtle humor. Nice? Okay. Nice. Great. Okay. Hello, Jarvis. Let's get to work. Can you bring, can you help me give recipe for my favorite coffee? How many of you think this is good for a starter Jarvis, like a bacha Jarvis, that hey, मुझको at least coffee का recipe दे दो यार. How many of you think this is fine? Okay, it's okay. Okay, nice. By the way, what do you think? I am a coffee person or a chai person? Okay, 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 nice. Okay. Let's just keep that in mind. Okay, let's just keep that in mind. Let's talk to Jarvis. Python jarvis.py. Let's go. Hello, I'm actually Claude, not Jarvis, but I'm happy to do XYZ thing for you. Ah, my Jarvis started behaving not like Jarvis. What does that mean? And if I say, I love chai, I love chai. If I say I love chai, what do you think? Will Jarvis remember that I love chai? Will Jarvis remember that I love chai? If I run this Python jarvis.py, okay, and chai is wonderful, you're having a cup right now, okay. But whenever I ask for coffee, it is giving me coffee. Whenever I ask for chai, it is giving me chai. Does an agent have memory or storage where it can store some data and retrieve? Does this Jarvis have it? If I just remove this, let's get to work. What do I love? If I write this, what are the chances it will say chai? What are the chances it will say chai? I don't have any information about what specifically you do love. Zero chances. It has no memory. A Jarvis without memory is like Ultron with some kind of Alzheimer disease or something. Okay, let's understand how to give memory to your agents. How many of you are interested to learn that? How to give some memory to your agent so that your agent becomes smarter and smarter and smarter. Let's go. I'll tell you. Go to mem 0. Mem 0 is the memory layer for your agents. Your agents forget, but your mem 0 will remember. Okay, let's get started. Interesting. Uh, 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 they really want me to see the examples. Go to dashboard. I want to go to dashboard. Just skip everything. Go to dashboard. Okay, now what I need to do is, this is mem0, which is some other tool. It's open source, you can check it out. And I just need to create an API key. I'll create an API key. I'll call it strands agents. Oh, or I can say Jarvis memory. I can say Jarvis memory, because this API key is for mem0, and mem0 is storing agent's memory. So I'll just create an API key. Done. Jarvis memory. I just copied that API key. Okay. And in my system, how many of you know how to add environment variable? How many of you know how to add an environment variable? Okay, .env. If I am working on a shell, how do I add it? Anyone? If I'm working on a shell, how do I add it? Any Linux fan? Have you not watched Linux in one shot? What are you doing? So yes, you are correct. Export is the correct answer. So let's export the variable. The key of your mem0 API key is mem0 underscore API underscore key is equal to, now you just need to copy the key, your Jarvis memory key, and paste it here. Paste it, enter. Now that you have your mem0 API key in your system, in your environment, I can directly say from Strands tools import mem0. I think it's correct. It's mem0 memory, correct. Mem0 memory. Now, as you are using a third party, which is from your Strands to mem0, how many of you think should I install a package called pip install mem0? Yes or no? Because I need to connect from my Python code to a third party. Yes, pip install mem0. Okay. No distribution found for mem. Let me check what is the getting started. Oh, mem0 AI. Okay, we'll do that. Pip install mem0 AI. Done. Install it. Okay, done. Okay, done. Your name is Jarvis, my personal AI assistant. Okay, agent. How many of you think, what do I need to change here? What do I need to change here in order to include memory? Strands tools. What do I need to put here? Let me know in the chat. I know you all are amazing. Just drop that magic word, tools, correct. Tools is equal to, in the list, mem0 memory. That's it. That's it. So what I'll say, hello Jarvis, this is Shubham and I love chai. Hello Jarvis, this is Shubham, personal AI assistant for Shubham. Okay. Hello Jarvis, this is Shubham and I love chai. Now see the magic. Now see the magic. Python jarvis.py enter. Now see the magic. Oh, no module name, open search py. It's fine. I'll just copy this and I'll do pip install open search py and it should be fine. Oh, the requirement open search py is not found. Okay, I think there is something more required. I'll just ask my custom AI, or maybe ask my this thing, my first agent. How do I open search py using pip Python, my first agent. See, first agents are always a blessing, okay? So, whatever you want, you can do. Okay, so it says use pip install open search py. Okay, I'll do that. Pip install open search py. Okay, installed. Amazing, amazing. And that's it. Python jarvis.py. See the magic right now. Okay. Hello Shubham, nice to meet you. I'll store this information about your love for chai in my memory so that I can remember it for our future conversations. Operations at Shubham Loves Chai. How many of you are kind of blown away? How many of you were writing, hey, bro thinks he's like a chat GPT? Free me. Okay. Now, I'll go to my Jarvis and I'll say, hello, Jarvis. See this magic. Can you tell me the recipe for the thing I love? If Jarvis is able to answer this, what will you give me? What will you give me? Python jarvis.py. Let's see. Okay. Ah, okay. I need a bit more information. Okay, let's see. Your user ID if you're using an agent. लो हमको वो नहीं मिल रहा. Your user ID, agent ID if you're agent. Okay. Let's see what is my user ID. Memories. Shubham loves chai. User ID Shubham. Okay. So my user ID is Shubham. Hello Jarvis. This is Shubham. Can you tell me the recipe for the thing I love? How many of you think now agent can know which user is this person talking about? क्या लगता है 100 लाइक्स मिलने वाले मुझको आज. हेलो शुभम, I'll be happy to tell you. क्या बात है, 2 कप चाय. शाबाश. How many of you are enjoying today's session? Drop a boom in the chat because you have just created an agent which is very close to Jarvis. Now you can go ahead, bring those Raspberry Pis, small microcontrollers and small CPUs, put it in your helmet, start text to speech and fire up your Jarvis. I hope you are enjoying it. Lovely. See, if you are enjoying it, I want you all to do something. How many of you are ready? कि भाई ने लास्ट 1.5 घंटा कुछ तो पढ़ाया है. ठीक है, देखते करके देखते क्या ही कर लेगा ये. रेडी? I want you all to take a screenshot and ask people to guess. Oh no. Ask people to guess the logo. What does this logo look like? What does this logo look like? DNA strands? Yes, that's strands agents. Take a screenshot, post it on LinkedIn if you enjoyed the session. If you did not enjoy, it's fine. No need to post. I'm not asking you to post. But if you enjoyed, if you found value, post it on LinkedIn, tag your cloud club, let the world know that what we are doing here in India, here in the cloud clubs, will be making history. If you want, I can go on full night, but it's almost 8:30 and we will be wrapping up. I was adding memory. Wanted to add MCP support, but फिर बहुत ज़्यादा हो जाएगा. How many of you found this session helpful? Let me know in the chat. Where is this memory located? You're creating the key in mem0, so it means you're sending data outside. Yes, that's correct. You're sending data outside. If you want to send it, have it locally, set up mem0 locally as it's an open source project. Simple. Interesting. Sir, can we use agent to scrape, plot, and analyze? What if I tell you all the code which I wrote today, including 2 projects for you, is waiting for you in the next 1 minute? What if I tell you I will give you all the code plus 2 projects? Great. Thank you already. But I did not see your LinkedIn post. Let's see how many of you actually posted. Let me see how many of you actually posted. Okay. Where is your post? I can't see any post. Let's see my mentions. Oh, you should mention Shubham as well. Okay. Just kidding. Okay. You just have to go to my GitHub. So, 7,000. I don't know how. Thank you so much. But if you go to my repositories, you will see updated 6 hours ago Strands agent workshop. I've given you notebooks. First, basic agent creation is like a workshop. You can just clone it, use it. Okay, what you will build, prerequisites, how to install, what all things will be installed, which packages to install, everything. Okay, everything. Tools, everything related to tools, working with tools. This is just output, don't worry. So these are a few tools which I talked about. Time agent. How many of you can create a tool that can tell the current time? All good? How many of you can create a tool that can tell the correct time? Okay, nice. Interesting. Okay, now let's get to projects. Okay, roadmap assistant. So this roadmap assistant is a career roadmap advisor for students and can tell personalized learning paths for DevOps, cloud, AI engineering careers, and so on. Okay, nice. So tools, skill level, generate roadmap, track progress, memory as well, file read, file write. How many of you are now able to read this? In the coming time, वो मैंने बोला था ना कि here at this particular moment you are creating history. इससे पहले हमारे पूर्वज कोड लिखते थे, अभी हम लोग को कोड पढ़ना आना चाहिए एटलीस्ट उतना. हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू आर एबल टू रीड दिस विच इज they are now able to understand what I am talking about? What is a tool? Okay, what is a tool? What is this decorator? Everything उतना पढ़ना आ रहा है, right? Okay, let me show you how do you run this. You just go to code, you just clone it. I'll just share my LinkedIn with you all, my GitHub with you all. It's here, done. Now I'll just go clone, and here I'll just write git clone, boom, cloning Strands agent workshop. All the code that I taught today will be there. I'll go to this. Okay, I've got everything. CD Strands agents workshop. I'll go to my projects. Okay, now I have a very interesting project for you. See, I'll be very honest. जब मैं कॉलेज में था, I had books, I had internet, I had seniors, I had everything. I did not have motivation to complete my assignment जिसकी सबमिशन कल है. कितने लोग का सबमिशन कल है और असाइनमेंट नहीं हुआ है? बहुत से लोग ऐसे हैं कि भैया असाइनमेंट तो छोड़ो, दूर की बात है, यहाँ बैकलॉग का एग्जाम है कल. तो होता है भाई, मोटिवेशन की कमी होती है. तो व्हाट आई हैव डन हियर इज मोटिवेशनल असिस्टेंट, जो क्लॉड सोनेट यूज करेगा. आप चाहो तो कोई और भी मॉडल यूज कर सकते हो. यू आर अ विटी मोटिवेशनल चैट असिस्टेंट, कीप रिस्पॉन्स शॉर्ट, एड ह्यूमर व्हेन अप्रोप्रिएट. ओके, एक एपीआई ले लो, वहां से कुछ कोड्स भी लेके आ जाओ. संदीप माहेश्वरी बना दो यार इसको, उसमें क्या है. ओके, गेट डेली मोटिवेशन भी ले लो. अब चलो इसको चलाते हैं. पाइथन मोटिवेशनल असिस्टेंट डॉट पी वाई, एंटर. मोटिवेशनल चैट असिस्टेंट यू. भाई आज बहुत लो हूं, कल सबमिशन भी है, समझ नहीं आ रहा, मोटिवेशन नहीं है. अरे यार, I totally get it. Let me get you some motivation to tackle that submission. Listen यार, कल सबमिशन है तो today's perfect timing. आज नहीं करोगे तो कैसे चलेगा? Okay, with that being said, that's it from my side. I hope you enjoyed today's session. I can't understand Hindi. No worries. You can talk to your agent in your own language. Okay, I am really liking it. The reactions which are flowing. How many of you enjoyed today's session? Let me know. Oh my God, crazy. Oh, lovely. Nice. Oh, I can see the reactions and video, this thing. Boom, boom everywhere. Nice. Did you realize वो 1.5 घंटा खत्म भी हो गया है? आज 1.5 घंटे का सेशन था, वो खत्म हो गया भाई. अभी तो कभी और अगर आपके क्लाउड क्लब ने मुझको बुला लिया तो ठीक है, वरना मिलेंगे कहीं चलते फिरते घूमते घामते. चलो, दैट्स इट फ्रॉम माय साइड. थैंक यू सो मच. यहां तक वीडियो में बने रहने के लिए धन्यवाद. देखते रहिए ट्रेन विश्वम चैनल. थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग. ओके देन, थैंक यू सो मच.
Thank you so much, sir. I'm audible, right?
Yes, Sujit. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry again for the streaming problem. Actually, the SA admin won't be able to join. I don't know. He was in some meeting, but
No
we'll
worries.
share the recording. So don't worry, guys.
It will be shared on the
And so,
YouTube only, right?
yes, sir. I will share. We actually created our own YouTube channel. We'll share on there. So,
Perfect. Perfect.
okay. Okay. So SA admin there in counseling meeting. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so if you have any question, please ask, guys. Please raise your hand and then ask. We have some 10 to 15 minutes extra. We can ask it.
Yeah.
Okay, please, Sujas, please. Please unmute yourself and ask. Hello.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah,
Ah, yes.
Sujesh.
Sir, I had a question. I am currently working on a project creating an agentic AI system for some reports that I came across. So, with Strands agents, how do we exactly deploy it? Like, is there any deployment limit to these agents? Or
Correct.
so
So,
regarding that, mainly deployment.
so whenever you talk about deploying something, which is making it production ready with memory, with observability, logging, monitoring, everything, you're talking about that, right?
Yes, sir.
Great. So, if you go and deploy it on your EC2 or on ECS or any Lambda function, you will face some challenges. For example, monitoring is not enabled, you need some other set of services. So, deploying your normal applications and deploying agents is very different. So, I'll share my screen and I'll show you a way. This will let you take over from AWS Cloud Club. Is it fine? Okay. Okay. So, Amazon Bedrock gives you the ability to deploy your own agents as well. So, if you go here, build agents, or if you search agent core, Amazon Bedrock Agent Core deploy and operate highly effective agents securely at scale using any framework, which means you can use your Strands agents, your LangGraph, Crew AI, whichever you want. Take any framework, take any agent. Agent Core will give you observability, memory. You don't have to go to Mem0 or any other memory service. Built-in tools, you will get all the built-in tools, gateway, identity, your access control, everything here. So I think this is what you need, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
Thank.
AWS has recently launched this. Paid? Yeah, pay as you go. How many of you want to how many of you have explored Amazon Q? Amazon Q, QCLI? Because if you start asking Q, hey, help me build this thing, help me create this, it can definitely help you write code, reason better, answer things better. And the best
Actually,
part,
we are planning, sir.
okay, you're
So,
planning for
yeah,
Q?
I guess this weekend only we have Amazon QCLI, how we can install this on your WSL and that also. We are planning the session from
That's great.
installation to like building one basic Python game with that.
Great. So, because if you want to get a queue, you can get it for free by creating a builder ID. So, you can just scan this like this, just open in your whichever browser, and you will be redirected to Builder Center. I'm not sure if you are able to see it, but you will be redirected to Builder Center. You can sign up with Builder ID. And once you sign up with Builder ID, you can get access to Amazon Q for free. You can use it for free. You can build your own agents. By the way, one thing, if you don't want to use Olama locally for Strands and you want to use Bedrock, you need to understand how IAM works, which means you go to user guide, go to quick start, and this. You will need to enable model access for Amazon Bedrock, and you need to give your AWS credentials. I assume you know what is AWS credentials, which is security key ID. Correct. That's it. That's all you need.
Sir, actually, my personal one doubt is there. Okay.
Yeah.
So when we compare the Strand agent and then the Google development kit is there for agent, so how we can compare the parameter like best will be suitable for our agent? What are the parameters we can
See,
compare in
these are
this open source thing?
frameworks.
Hmm.
These are frameworks. End of the day, it's your LLM. Strands
Okay.
is an open source. You have Bedrock agents as well, which you can use for
Yes, sir.
production use. These all are frameworks. What you are actually looking for is the power of LLM, how beautifully you can connect it. Strands allows you to have a Bedrock model, which is just like we saw Olama model, and you gave
Hmm.
model ID and host and everything.
Yeah.
Similarly, Strands gives you the Bedrock model as well. I'll show you. So if you go to the workshop which I shared, so if you go to scripts and if you go to custom models, you will see there is Bedrock model. Now here, whichever model ID you want, you can use. Using Bedrock, you can get the best model, fine-tuned, everything here. Whichever region you want. If you want, you can adjust the temperature. More temperature, which means randomness is high, you'll get different output. So everything is configurable here using Bedrock. So yeah, give it a try.
Okay. If that only like I was thinking like this lang graph is there right for model this agent again this Strand and again this Google agent developer kit. So I was thinking like they have the special difference. The model is actually the main difference. Okay.
But here you get a list of models to choose from. You
Okay.
can now tune them, you can compare. For example, if I have a coding problem, I'll go for Claude Sonnet.
Claude. Yeah.
If I have a reasoning problem, why would I go for Claude Sonnet?
Yes, we can go with GPT or DeepSeek. Yeah.
That time I will prefer Strands because it has Bedrock model. I can switch models very easily.
Okay.
That's what I explained in the first beginning. You have to go to that platform which is bound to that model. Here you're open to anything.
Yeah.
Sir, I have a
Uh,
question.
Yeah.
Can I ask?
Please, please.
yeah.
Sir,
Sure. Sure.
I'm Shank Subradatta and I'm a third year undergrad at CMRIT Bangalore, also pursuing BS in Data Science and Applications from IIT Madras. Currently, I'm in the foundation level. So my question is like, in order to build agentic apps like AI apps like this, how much like code like high level of mathematics or like machine learning or deep learning do we need?
Okay. So, in order to be good at creating agents with Gen AI, you don't have to learn a lot of mathematics, machine learning, and all. Machine learning, mathematics, graph, these algorithms, they all were past where these models were trained and then you used to have big data sets, input, output, labeling, sampling, XYZ. Now everything is served to you in a plate called LLM. Everything is trained. You have different LLMs for different reasons. All you need to know is how to write the specific code and how to talk to this LLM. That's it. In order to create these Gen AI apps. So the question is, still I uh, should I still learn ML, learn all these algorithms? If you want to be in the team who is creating LLMs, you should. If you want to be in the team who is creating agents so that others can work better, just the foundational knowledge, fundamentals of AI. What is the difference between AI, ML, deep learning, GAN, NLP? If you know the fundamentals only, that's more than enough. So I did my master's in artificial intelligence and machine learning in 2021 when ChatGPT was not launched. So I used to create these big pipelines, big models, train data, sit for hours like this. Now I don't have to. People are already doing that. I just use Bedrock, whichever model I want, I connect it. But is
Okay.
the yeah,
So
you
in
got
order,
the point, right?
yeah, in order to build like applications like this, we don't need to like spend hours and all those things, right? I mean, we need to use already existing models, and like we just need coding, right? That is what you need to say.
Correct.
Okay, 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 sir. So, and we are connected on LinkedIn, sir.
Oh, that's great. So did you post it?
Uh, no, sir.
Actually,
फिर
just
कनेक्ट
one thing.
फिर कनेक्ट करके क्या फायदा?
See,
Sir,
if you are posting and tagging to Shivam sir and our AWS Cloud Club account,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
best
yeah.
post will get credits also from us. Okay, so
Oh,
tag
is
guys.
it?
Yeah.
I'll also
Yes,
post
sir.
it.
Yeah, sure.
okay. So, sir, if there is any doubt or any question, so can I ask you on LinkedIn, right?
Just kidding. Please ask me. Please ask any doubts you have. I love answering doubts. I would love to give all of your answer. And this is the blackboard that I was using to do all the scribblings. By the way, the logo was for Strands agents, the logo which I showed. I hope you all can see the blackboard which I was using.
Yeah, sir.
So
Yes,
this
sir.
logo is basically Strands agents.
Thank
Okay.
you, sir.
Okay, then I
Guys.
think if you have any
Yeah,
questions, please ask. Yeah.
yeah. Any questions are there, or we can wind up there.
Just let me know when, by when the recording will be uploaded, because I had shared it with a few people and they are saying YouTube का session on नहीं हो रहा है.
Okay.
Just
Actually, I asked SA admin again. Like, उसने कहा
okay.
है कि like he will share it by tonight or tomorrow.
Okay, okay. No worries, no worries, no worries. I'll just update my
Okay.
people.
Like,
Okay then.
yeah, yeah.
Thanks,
Okay.
Sudhir, for this opportunity. Thank you so much,
Yes, sir.
everyone, for patiently
Yeah.
listening to me. It
Okay.
was
We have
fun.
Tarun, right? Tarun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello, everyone.
Hi,
I
Both
am
Tarun.
of you
Tarun.
guys are there.
Hello. Hello. Hello, everyone. Hello, sir. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. I am Tarun, the Deputy Secretary of AWS Cloud Club. I am thanking all of you for joining today's wonderful session, and a very special thanks to Mr. Swan, sir, for taking the time to guide us on agentic AI application with Amazon Bedrock, Agent, Understand. The session was really insightful. I am sure all of us gained new ideas and inspiration for the future. I would also like to thank our fellow team members and, of course, all the participants for making this event successful. With this, we formally conclude today's session. We hope to see you again in our upcoming events. Again, thank you so much, sir, for taking this session.
Thanks, Tarun. Thanks, Sujit. Thanks, Dosto. Thank you so much for listening till here. I'll see you all soon. I'm visiting Chennai very soon. No, not very soon. In a month. I think there's some community day.
Yeah. Saint
Student community.
Joseph.
Saint
Saint Joseph
Joseph.
College
Yes,
community.
that's
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah, I will be there, sir.
I will
But
be there, sir. We can meet here.
now the thing is, you all know the things already, which I will be talking. So I need to change my uh, topic. No worries.
Content. Okay.
I'll bring something new.
Guys, please on your camera. We'll take one group photo and wind up.
Oh
Okay.
wow,
Yeah.
wow, absolutely.
Yeah. Please on your camera, guys. Don't be shy.
And guys, if you are not in WhatsApp group, so please join. Sujit, show the QR code.
Okay. Just 1 minute. We'll share the. Okay. Mm, not of lots of people are not willing to on their camera. I guess. follow Ventiles. Yeah. Okay. Okay, no problem, guys.
No worries. अभी
No
तो
worry, no worry.
मिलेंगे तो
Yeah.
I'll just click the ones who are here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Superb.
We'll
Thank
call
you
you
so
again
much.
after 2-3 months when you are free. Please, we can complete our session, yeah, of MCP
Absolutely,
servers and that all. Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. I'm building something for the cloud clubs.
Yeah.
I'll be making a video for you all so that you can be the trainer for these sessions. फिर आपको मेरी जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ेगी. Okay
I
then.
can't be your level as
अरे
of now.
you'll be better. Okay then.
Sure. Oh, yeah, one day, but yeah, still learning from you. Yeah, thank you for amazing content again. Yeah.
Thank you so
Okay.
much everyone. Thanks a lot, dosto.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for joining in weekdays. Yeah. Bye. Bye. We'll meet. Okay. And post it on LinkedIn for getting credits. Okay. Bye. Yeah. Yeah. We'll meet. I'll over it.
तरुण भाई
We can post this on LinkedIn, right? This about this meeting.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.